Alright, yeah, we're going to start with turning this on. That big snap is what we were looking for. So that is allowing air into the boiler. So we'll get the fire lit and let it just get draft going and go from there. Generally, I like to start a small fire and then start adding wood. Just get a little tiny one going, keep adding more and more little stuff, and then let it get ripping. Since you can see through the door, that also tells you that that big snap was opening up that air intake. And that's what's going to control your fire to be on or off once it gets up to temp. Nice hot fire. Got a bunch of little kindling in there burning. It should stay lit, so we can go ahead and close the door now. I think I figured out the problem. Alright, now that it's venting, it's going to build that fire a whole lot better. Our current water temperature is 81 degrees, and it is set to 180. So once this gets warmer, all the water inside is going to expand. Once this gets up to temperature, we will open this and visually watch the water get to here. This should be where we see the water. If it's low, we'll add water to the top up there. Until the water is up to that level. When you shut this off, this has a drain valve in it, and water will come out of here. So this being shut off and no water coming out tells me the water is low. It does need water added to it. It says to check water daily, but I pretty much know that if I fill it up to there once a year, it's going to be just fine, unless there's a major leak. All of our valves are open. That means that this pump is flowing. When the handle is in line with the pipe, it means it's open. Alright, inside we're following our water lines down. This is open, this is open. Another open one coming through to here. This is a system bypass if you wanted to run the boiler during the springtime or summer and not run water through the furnace coil. That is closed for winter heating. Coming through here, it's going in through the coil on the furnace, back out, open, and back up here through to the water heater. If you get a wash machine hose, you can hook up from your drain valve up to this drain valve. Pressurize your potable side first, and then open this valve, and that will also fill your boiler system. This side arm is allowing water to come through here. This is your potable water going straight down and through, and your boiler water is just surrounding that pipe, and it's just using physics. Heat rises, so it's circulating the water inside the tank and heating it up. Back outside, I always like to use the back of the shovel where you would normally stick your foot and hook the firewood and get it as far forward as I can. Reason being is I want as much heat to go up and scrub the whole back of the boiler and then go down to the chimney as much as possible. It also helps when the fire dies down. Scrape all your coals to the front before you add more wood. The water will expand as it heats up, but I really don't think that 100 degrees is going to bring it up that far. So what I'm doing right now is at least adding enough water to get it about halfway up, and then you can check it once it's all the way up to temperature. It's obviously going to take probably an hour or two to get all the temperature back up. This door is about 24 inches wide, and if you ever have any 24-inch on center insulation, like roll style insulation, it's not a bad idea to cut some, probably about 4 or 5 feet tall, and stuff it in there and keep the valves. Oh. Apparently it's full. So anyway, to keep some insulation in here, cover up that pump and the exposed piping, just so you don't have as much heat loss. Everything else on the boiler is well insulated, but I don't know why they don't put it in here. I wouldn't put it all the way down though, because then mice can get in and burrow up. So keep it about right there. So now as that water does heat up, it's gonna just keep running out, expanding, and that's okay. I'm actually gonna just leave this be, so once it does get up to 180, hopefully it can kind of steam off a little bit faster and get down below the threshold. It seems like as I just opened that, there was something clogging it, because it just kind of went up to here, and then you can see it slowly expand, and then it shot out. So it probably was full enough to begin with, but that's all right. It'll come back down. So now with the fire built up right at the front, you can see all that heat and the flames going straight up and scrubbing the top of that before it goes out the chimney. That's really what you want. You'll notice on some days, if there's not a whole lot of usage, there will be steam coming out of this little tiny vent. That's okay. Once that stops flowing liquid out, we're going to go ahead and shut it and say that that couple inches full is okay for the year. It'll find its way back down. It'll be just fine.